I am so excited that I am going snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef. My mom and I are in Cairns, Australia, so I'm going to show you how I started my snorkeling journey in Green Island, and then I got the nerve up to jump off the boat in the middle of the ocean and go snorkeling in the outer barrier reef. So make sure you watch until the end if you want insight on what it's like to be at Green Island and seeing the glass bottom boat and so much more. But first, I'm going to show you my mom's and I experience coming from Brisbane to Cairns. When you fly in Virgin Australia, you got to really watch your carry-on because they do weigh it, and it can't be over 7 kg.
Must not exceed 7 kilograms, and once legs under the seat in front of you. Smoking, vaping, or using e-cigarettes.
Me making fun of the boomer who has to print out everything. I emailed her what we were doing by day, and she's going over it at the airport.
Why you carrying it instead of rolling it, man? You gonna
It took a little over 2 hours to get to Cairns from Brisbane. Now, we started our Australia journey in Sydney. So we went from Sydney to Brisbane for a week, and now we are in Cairns. This is our hotel rooms, very clean, great location. But enough of that. We got there at midnight, and it was time to go to sleep to get up early to get to the Great Barrier Reef. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tasha, aka Ariel, for the entirety of this video because I am exploring the Great Barrier Reef. But no, in all seriousness, if you are new here, welcome. My channel is all about providing travel inspiration and sharing personal finance tips so you can hit your travel goals. If that is something you want to see more of, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss a video when I drop one. Now let's get back to the full day cruise experience I booked with Big Cat Green Island Reefs. This cruise was great. The staff was very friendly and accommodating. There were families on this cruise, and from my observation, the experience is very family friendly. Check out my mama taking in the views, and I have to let y'all in on a little secret about snorkeling for me.
All right, y'all, I'm going snorkeling today. Hopefully this microphone helps somewhat because there's a lot going on this boat. We are in Cairns, however you say it, Australia. I done heard the Aussie say it several different ways, Mike. And this is my first time going snorkeling. Well, I took it in Bali, in Gili Tea, but I didn't feel comfortable. I tend to freak out when I see the ocean floor drop, and if it's really deep, it's just, I don't know. You see all the fish, it'll get dark, then it get light. So we're gonna see how this experience goes. And we have a few activities on board today, so you get to see all the fun stuff that my mom and I are gonna do today. So let's get into it. Rocking on here, and the sun done went down. So I'm trying to keep her balance and composure over there. Now look at the camera. I'm feeling this.
Green Island is about 17 miles, 45 minutes from the Cairns Marina. It does feature a small resort. And what I like about Green Island is that if you are an avid snorkeler, there is a side for advanced snorkelers and one side for the baby snorkelers like me. So the baby snorkeler side has lifeguards watching in case you decide to go snorkeling alone, which they do not recommend. And this is what it looks like when you get off. Beautiful trees. I'm fascinated with the trees throughout Australia.
I'm down, slow it down.
The instructor for snorkeling was amazing. She was really patient with us. Now, I have a fear of open water. I did know how to swim at one time, but I had such a bad panic attack when I was snorkeling in Jamaica that I really don't know if I know how to swim anymore. So I always wear a life jacket, and we are going out with the ring for me to hold on to. And she is actually showing us how to put on the gear and use it, practice breathing before getting in, and how to put on the fins. Now, what I was trying to say on the cruise was when I just recently went snorkeling in Bali, and it was horrible. They didn't even show you how to put on the gear. because I had been snorkeling before, I had showed the other woman on the boat who was nervous about snorkeling how to put it on. They didn't get in the water with you. They was just like, get out. And they actually left somebody. But anyway, I got a whole nother vlog coming on that. Let's get back to the good stuff. So you can see us trying to get in the water. She's going to have us hold on to the ring and then actually practice dipping our head in the water and like using this. Now, they did do this with me in Jamaica. So if you want to go snorkeling and you haven't been before, make sure you sign up for something that's like a little bit more hands-on if you have a fear of the water. If you're a great swimmer, you may like, girl, put this mag on and keep going. But we do go out pretty far. Now, one thing about Green Island, the shoreline, the tides, and all that stuff changes throughout the day. So this area right now, you're seeing, it became very shallow. Like you could almost walk out to the boat because the shoreline had moved so much throughout the day. So you see the struggle bus of me getting out there and I stand up because I was like, it got a little deep right there. And I was like, whoa, I can't stand up. It's literally all mental with me. So I don't know what I'll be going through, but I did enjoy it. Now, I do not have a GoPro and I forgot my water proof like camera holder, so I didn't show you what I saw this time around. But stay tuned because when I go snorkeling again, you will see what I see underwater. But it was so beautiful. The coral was so colorful and clear. I almost wanted to touch it, but you cannot touch. Like, it's not smart to do that. They tell you over and over again, do not touch the coral. Do not touch the coral. Don't touch anything. The fish were so big. They were like right near me. Oh my God. It was definitely an experience for like to remember.
I did it, y'all. I snorkeled. I got over my fear with baby stepped it. I had held on to the ring, which y'all saw the whole time, but the perception of like being so far underwater wasn't as scary because I was holding on to something. And I think that's what it was. It's just like when you go out, because I was swimming without gear before in the ocean, and ever since then I was freaking out. So I was like, let me let go of the ring a little bit. But saw some good coral, like huge fish. I was hearing a lot of stuff. Couldn't really hear because of the water, but I had a really great guide. So glad I did it. Check off snorkeling in a coral reef. One day I want to dive. We're gonna get there, baby steps. So the onset when you first start off, it's not deep out here at all. And like going more towards where our boat is, it started to get deeper. Where all the good stuff is. So I'm just walking out a little bit. It's super clear water. This is my first time wearing a wetsuit. It feels a little weird, but actually it's better. I would imagine if I was going out for a longer period of time, it'd be better than just having your skin out because it's all kind of things hitting your body out there. No trash. It was just straight fish and coral. It was so beautiful. So definitely can't wait to do it again.
Look how beautiful it is from the shoreline looking out. It is just breathtaking. My mom and I were making our way to go see the crocodile show. Now, apparently, the crocodile that's in the show is the largest crocodile in the world, but the time of the show clashed with our time to get on the semi-submarine and the glass bottom boat, which you're going to see in a few minutes. But first and foremost, we had to eat. And y'all, check out what happened when we were trying to enjoy our food.
This bird is determined to get our food. We done shoot him away at least 5 times. 5 times. I'm trying to get the last fry before they do. Go. I've been shooing him away. He gonna get your little crumbs. He was determined.
Now, what y'all could not see was there was another bird on the other side of me and my mom they were trying to come up another way. So when you see that delay and me put my hand down and I'm still talking to the bird, I'm just going to name it a man. I was trying to get the other bird before he grabbed the fry. But anyway, let's get to the semi-submarine experience.
Cross my mind.
gonna hold y'all. I was a little mad because when I sat down, I expected the fish to just be at my feet. I'm like, where are the fish? I'm in this semi-submarine. Where y'all at? But I had to wait a little bit because they had to bring out the food to get the fish to come near the semi-submarine. So now I finally get to see the fish.
They've got super muscular tails. They'll propel them through the water. They can tuck in. The pectoral fins get super streamlined. Now they need that speed because they love to eat those small damsel fish that hide away in the nooks and crannies of coral.
This semi-submarine is not stationary, so we're actually moving around and we are seeing different parts of the coral reef, the different coral, and the different fish. And they're just like almost at times attacking the windows. It was such a cool experience.
That's the nice fish of the Brazil trevally, just slightly bigger, and a bit of a snout-like mouth to them. That's so good fish. Very, very flimsy dorsal and anal fins, and it allows them to actually.
The fish you're seeing right now, these are the type of fish I saw when I was snorkeling. It was literally just like that, except for I was above, like, watching them, and I was like, oh my God. So I couldn't capture it then, but I'm capturing it now.
One time, stand up, baby. One time, it's what's baby. Lego. Passing the prime. Them girls, them I come, them I feel alive. One by one, them I step in on me yard, them I enter, them be 2 by 2. Ooh, yeah. Go low. Man, I tell them.
Ma, what you think about all those fish? I was blown away. I got excited when I saw the bluefish more than anything. They were so big and you could see they were so close. Yeah, like close.
I enjoyed that experience. Now, I will say, if you've been to a walk-through aquarium, it's literally just like that, except for you don't get to walk down and sit down. That was the only difference, but very similar to being at a walk-through aquarium. Now, we are at the glass bottom boat experience. Now, what I loved about this was the fish jumping up. We could see them like at this level, and then they were hopping out of the water, which I'll show you in a minute. One question that I had in this glass bottom boat and when I was in the semi-submarine was, how come we're not seeing the color of the coral? Like you see in all the books, you see all the colorful coral, and he was saying it's just a reflection of the light, and obviously the glass when we're looking down. But it was still a cool experience. Look at all the fish. I do not know the names of these fish, but these are my favorite. Whatever these are, those are my favorite. And look at them popping out the water.
Now, are there any questions about any?
Now we're making our way back. Look at my mama jamming. She really wanted to get up and bust a move because let me tell y'all, they was jamming on the way back to the marina. They was playing all the 80s hits and late 70s Motown. What y'all know about that? I had to go back out again to snorkel. This was not a part of my original itinerary, but I had to make room to spend another day out at the Great Barrier Reef snorkeling. Now, this experience is only for snorkeling and divers. This is not like the day before where you go to an island and all that. Nope, food and everything's on board, giving us some insight on to what to expect when we are snorkeling. There's actually an option on this cruise line for people who are afraid of water, not good swimmers, don't know how to swim. That's why I'm on this one. And what you're seeing right now is people leaving our cruise boat to go on another cruise boat to have their overnight experience, because you can actually spend the night in the middle of the coral reef and go night diving. So once I get my water skills up, I'm coming back. I went out a total of 3 times and it was the best experience ever. I did actually have my camera with me, but the first time didn't go so well with recording. So I hit record and it did not record, so that sucks, but I'm gonna get it on the next one so you guys can see all the beautiful coral and fish that I saw. This one is definitely better than yesterday. There's food on this boat, so y'all know I'm happy about that. Shout out to this chef for knowing how to season some chicken, properly season this food, okay? All of it was flavorful, and I enjoyed my food so much I had seconds before getting back out into the water. The outer barrier reef, and yesterday I was more inland at Green Island. So this, you're deeper in the water, bigger coral, bigger fish, a lot more risk too. Look at me getting my aerial on with training wheels, aka the struggle bus aerial, but I did not regret this experience. This is a snippet of what I saw underwater. Yep, I'm holding on to that rope for dear life. I don't care. I did what I had to do to make my dreams come true. I remember reading a book about the Great Barrier Reef in elementary school, and I literally have been wanting to go since then. So I am just proud of myself for being able to do this. Now, next time I'm going to be going without that rope. Next time I'm going to have a GoPro or actually rent the GoPro, because that was an option and I didn't take it. And I regret it because I didn't capture the best part of my snorkeling experience. This is in the shallower part. There's so many deeper parts with more coral to see, and I didn't capture it, y'all. Snorkeling was way better than yesterday. The reason being is that the outer reef has a lot more marine life to explore. Also, the snorkeling experience was 40 minutes each time I went out. So I went out 3 times versus the first one from yesterday was like, I think 40 minutes. And you saw a lot, but nothing compares to what you see in the outer reef. And I also like that they educated us before getting out into the ocean about all the different type of reefs that were out there, the protected areas and all of that. So on the way back, I was just in the sun. It was perfect, sun beaming on me, and the breeze was a nice balance. And then I was back at the marina, and I spent $225 for this snorkeling experience. And the pictures that you're seeing here, it was extra. It was, I think, $100 for 3. And then I did buy a floating water case for my phone to take videos. That sucked. And for the Green Island experience, from day 1, I spent a total of $181 for both my mom and I. So let me know what you thought about our day in the comments. If you have any questions about Cairns or Australia in general, make sure you are locked into this channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.